நீங்கள் பார்த்து கொண்டிருப்பது உங்கள் RSKV யூடியூப் சேனல்.
What does Income Tax Officers Exam 2023 Paper 3 Allied Laws? Question 1. What does the share capital of a company include? Equity and preference share capital. Question 2. What does underwriting means? Agreeing to purchase shortfall of shares in a company in case of under subscription. Question 3. When can a private company commence business? After obtaining the certificate of incorporation. Question 4. The doctrine which advocates the fact that company cannot act beyond the scope of its memorandum of association is doctrine of ultra vires, VIRES. Question 5. A change in the registered office of the company from one state to another can be effected by a special resolution and confirmation of the company law tribunal. Question 6. The name of a company can be changed by which of the following? A special resolution and with the approval of the central government. Question 7. In each of the following, interest and dividend is payable even if the company does not earn profit. Debentures. Question 8. The debenture holders of a company are company's creditors. Under the Companies Act 2013, significant influence constitutes how much percent of total share capital or of business decisions under an agreement, at least 20%. Question 10. According to Section 255 of the Companies Act, the directors must be appointed by the company in general meeting. Question 11. Only one of the following is not recognized as a legal heir in Mitakshara. Saudhaika. Saudayika. Question 12. In Mitakshara, a self-acquired property of a co-partner in a joint property at the time of his death goes to his heirs by succession. Question 13. Difference in the right to succession between Mitakshara and Dhyabhaga school is: in Mitakshara, the right to succession arises from propinquity, PROPINQUITY, propinquity. But in Dhyabhaga, it comes from spiritual efficacy. Question 14. A maiden Sridhan, upon her demise, passes in the following order: Alterine brother, mother, father, father's heirs. Question 15. Which of the below would not amount to a will? A. A written document with the testamentary wishes of the person making a will and attested by at least 2 persons. B. A statement made before a revenue official and recorded by him containing testamentary disposition of property. C. A matrimonial arrangement deed containing testamentary disposition of property. D. All the above can amount to a will. Answer D. All the above can amount to a will. Question 16. Which of the below is false? A father under Mitakshara, bracket, not a sole surviving co-partner, bracket close, could dispose of by will his undivided co-partnership interests only if the other co-partners consented to this disposition. This statement is false. Question 17. Which of the below is a valid gift? A. Makes a registered gift deed, thus gifting his house to B with immediate effect, but stipulates that he, that is A, will continue to live in that house until his death. Question 18. There exists the following scenario: X is a joint Hindu family property with three members: F father, M mother, S son. F, M, and S throw their individual properties into the common stock of X. The individual properties are as follows of F hyphen F small f of M capital M hyphen small m of capital S hyphen small s. The total property that would be considered for the purpose of partition within Hindu law is X plus small f plus small s. Question 19. X and Y are males with X being Y's father. Y can have interest under Mitakshara in X's property, inherited by X from his paternal grandfather's father. Question 20. The following is not a valid joint Hindu family: a Hindu male, his wife, his maternal nephew. Question 21. In the partition of a tenanted property under Mitakshara law, if such property fell to the share of three co-shares A, B, and C, then the following is true. If eviction proceedings are initiated only by B against the tenant, then the tenant could not object in these on ground that A and C are not party to such proceedings, and so such proceedings are not legal. Question 22. Under Dayabhaga law, a father F has two legitimate sons A and B and one illegitimate son C. Which of the following would be valid alienation of the ancestral property? A gets 50%, B gets 50%, C gets nothing. Question 23. The following statement is true in Mitakshara law. A. The widow of a co-partner succeeds her co-partner husband. B. In the case of a mother and son family, the mother and son are equal co-partners. C. The daughter of a co-partner cannot be a co-partner, though she may have interest in the joint property. All the above are false. Answer. All the above are false. Question 24. In a partition suit of a joint property under Mitakshara, the following shall be included. A. Self-acquired property of a father bequeathed to his son through will with grant of absolute rights and powers of alienation from son to grandson hereditarily. B. Gift of self-acquired property made by father to his son upon the latter's marriage. C. A father purchased land and built some properties on it. Some of these were later gifted to his sons through a deed described as partition deed of such properties. All the above are not included. Answer. None of the above are included. Question 25. The expenses for the service of summons to the defendant have to be borne under 5 Rule 9/3 of CPC by partly by the plaintiff and partly by the defendant. Question 26. Where the court is satisfied that there is a reason to believe that the defendant is avoiding service of summons, the court shall order substituted services. Question 27. In which the following case the Supreme Court stated the principles relating to issuance of summons? Answer. Vidyadhar Vyas Manik Rao. Question 28. Affidavit shall be confined to such facts as the deponent is able of his own knowledge to prove, except on dash interlocutory application. Question 29. By which of the following section of the Code of Civil Procedure 1908 a civil court can compel the attendance of any person to whom a summon has been issued under the section 30. Answer section 32. Question 30. Which of the following deals summons given to the plaintiff for service in the Code of Civil Procedure? Answer Order 5, Rule 9A. Question 31. Order 16 of CPC deals with summoning and attendance of witnesses. Question 32. X court issues a summons in Z's language and send it for a service to Y court. The Y court follows the S language. Then the summons has to be translated in English or Hindi. Question 33. A summons should be served within how many days from the date of institution of the plaint? 30 days, 30. Question 34. How would a summons be served on a person residing outside India and having no agent in India? A. Through the court of that country. B. By direct post, fax, etc. C. Through the High Commission. Answer all of the above. Question 35. Who shall bear the expenses for the summoning of a witness? The party applying for summons. Question 36. The service of summons under Order 5, Rule 9/3 shall be at the expense of the plaintiff. Question 37. In every case, the examination in chief of a witness shall be on affidavit. Question 38. Information, the disclosure of which would cause a breach of privilege of Parliament or state legislator is exempt under Section 8 of the RTA Act. Question 39. CAG and PSC, para and the action taken reports can be disclosed under the RTA Act only after they are laid on the table of both the houses of the Parliament. Question 40. Third party under clause N of the section 2 of the RTA Act 2005, third party connotes a person other than the citizen making a request for information and a public authority. Only these two are correct. Question 41. The Chief Information Commissioner can be reappointed to the post after the completion of his term. Can never be reappointed. Question 42. Who of the following is not a member of the collegium, COLLEGIUM, that recommends the appointment of Central Information Commissioners? A judge of the Supreme Court nominated by the Chief Justice of India. Question 43. Section 2E of RTA Act does not include competent authority to mean Chief Information Commissioner or Commissioner. Question 44. The Right to Information Act extends to the whole of India except Jammu and Kashmir, State of Nagaland, Third Union Territory of Ladakh. Answer none of the above. Question 45. The Central Information Commission or the State Information Commission may 1. Require the public authority to compensate the complainant for any loss or other detriment suffered. 2. Require the public authority to give information in a particular form. 3. Require the public authority to make necessary changes to its practices in relation to maintenance of records. 4. Recommend disciplinary action against the public authority. Answer all of the above. Question 46. Which of the following is true under RTA 2005? Where the information sought for concerns the life and liberty of the person, the same may be provided within 48 hours of the receipt of the request. Question 47. Income tax returns of the assessees cannot be disclosed to others under RTA Act on the ground that these are personal in nature and is a third party information exempted under section 8 ij. Then this would harm the competitive position of a third party and is hit by section 8 1 of D. Both are correct. Question 48. Which of the following is true under RTA Act? Declaration of assets can be disclosed only in accordance with the procedure prescribed under section 8 bar 1J of the Act. Question 49. When any information is sought by an applicant in which third party information is asked and the third party pleads a privacy defense, the proper question for determination of the CPIO would be whether there is an element of overriding public interest that outweighs the private defense. Question 50. Which section of the RTA Act 2005 requires every public authority to maintain its records duly catalogued and indexed in a manner and the form which facilitates the right to information under Section 4 bar 1A. Question 51. The first case on the doctrine of frustration as decided by the Supreme Court of India is Satyabrata Ghosh vs. Mugniram. Question 52. Hadley vs. Baxendale case is a leading case on law of damages. Question 53. X, Y and Z are under a joint promise to pay rupees 8,000 to W. Z is unable to pay anything and Y is compelled to pay the entire amount. What amount can Y successfully claim from X? Y can claim 8,000 from X by way of Y can claim rupees 4,000 from X by way of contribution. Question 54. Which of the following types of contracts are generally termed Uberme Fide contracts? UBERRIME Uberme Fide FIDEL contracts. 1. Insurance contracts. Then partnership contracts. Third, quasi contract. Question 55. Which of the following transactions cannot be described as quasi contracts? Right to claim money if given under fraud or misrepresentation. Question 56. An insurance company paid money by mistake on a policy which had lapsed. Though the company was not ignorant of the fact of the lapse, this was overlooked at the time of payment. Can the company recover the amount? The company can recover the amount. Question 57. A agrees to pay rupees 5,000 for each article written by B, a famous author, and the contract was for writing 10 articles in a year. B wrote 4 articles and A did not want him to write the other 6 articles for which B has prepared notes. In this case, B can claim rupees 20,000 for 4 articles published 4 into 5,000 and compensation for preparation of notes on the basis of quantum merit. Question 58. In the Indian Contract Act, novation means substitution of an existing contract with a new one. Question 59. In the matter of liquidated damages, the plaintiff is entitled to recover the agreed amount of compensation without having to prove the exact loss suffered. Question 60. Where the persons reciprocally promise firstly to do certain things which are legal and secondly under specified circumstances to do certain other things which are illegal. The first set of promise is a dash, but the second is a dash. See, the first set of promise is a contract, but the second is a void agreement. Question 61. A contingent contract is a contract to do or not to do something if some event collateral to such contract does or does not happen. Question 62. What agreements are contracts? Answer. All agreements or contracts if they are made by the free consent of parties competent to contract for a lawful consideration and with a lawful object and are not hereby expressly declared to be void. Question 63. When the communication of a proposal is complete, when it comes to the knowledge of the person to whom it is made. Question 64. In which of the following cases will the Puisne mortgages, Puisne, mortgagee have no right to redeem a prior mortgage? 1. Puisne mortgage is invalid. 2. Puisne mortgage is time barred. 3. Puisne mortgagee has lost all remedies of foreclosure. All the above statements are true. Question 65. If in Ramkumar Ghosh and OS Vyas, Dinendra Nath Sanyal and ANR on 26 January 1881, ILR 7 calendar CAL 107, the Honorable Calcutta High Court held that the transfer by operation of law occurs in case of testamentary and intestate succession. Question 66. Section 92 of the Transfer of Property Act 1882 describes subrogation. As per the understanding, such subrogation may either be either legal or conventional of the above statements. Sorry, first one this statement is true. May neither be either legal or conventional. This statement is true. Question 67. Ramu and Ravi are two brothers living together with their wives and children as joint family. They decided to have a partition. In the partition deed, the house with well came with Ravi's share. However, Ravi allows Ramu to take water from the well out of brotherly love. The right to take water from the well will be in the form of irrevocable license only of the above statements. In the statement 1 is easement only. Number 2, easement and interest in property. Third, easement and irrevocable license. Fourth, irrevocable license only of the above statements. 1 to 4. Answer, fourth, irrevocable license only of the above statements. Question 68. Consider the following statements hold true regarding receiver under the provision of the Transfer of Property Act 1882. The receiver can use the insurance money received subject to other provisions of the Transfer of Property Act 1882 for the payment of principal money if so directed in writing by the mortgagee. Question 69. Consider the following statements regarding rights and liabilities of a lessor under the Transfer of Property Act 1882. The lessee is bound on the lessor's request to put him in possession of the property. Question 70. Which of the following is a valid gift under the Transfer of Property Act 1882? A gift of single necklace valued at rupees 10,000 in return of the donee being a considerate person. Question 71. Sri Amita Ganguly gives a house already in his ownership and possession along with another house he is likely to buy in 6 months' time to his son-in-law. As per Section 124 of the Transfer of Property Act 1882, considering the foregoing, which of the statements are true? Gift of the already owned property is valid, while gift of the yet to be owned property is not valid. Question 72. The principles of fraudulent transfer are attracted when which of the following conditions are met? 1. The property involved is immovable in nature. 2. The transfer must be for a consideration. 3. The intention behind the transfer must be to delay or defraud the creditors. 4. Delay or default must be suffered by the creditors. All the 4 are correct. Question 73. For how many days is the notice period for termination of lease for residential purpose in absence of contract or usage to the contrary? 15 days. Question 74. Which of the following is a presumption made for lease under the Transfer of Property Act 1882 unless a contract or local usage states otherwise? A. The lease of immovable property for agriculture will be assumed to be for a period of 3 years. B. The lease of immovable property for purpose other than agriculture and manufacturing will be deemed to be for a period of 1 month. Answer: neither A or B. Question 75. The definition of the term exchange as given under the Transfer of Property Act 1882, when two persons mutually transfer the ownership of one thing for the ownership of another, neither thing or both things being money only. Question 76. What is the default interest payable under Section 63 and 63A of the Transfer of Property Act 1882? 9% per annum. Question 77. When the mortgagor binds himself to repay the mortgage money on a certain date and transfer the mortgage property absolutely to the mortgagee, but subject to a proviso that he will retransfer it to the mortgagor upon payment of the mortgage money as agreed, when what is such a transaction called? English mortgage. Question 78. Under the provisions of the Transfer of Property Act 1882, a transfer of perpetuity, perpetuity for the benefit of the public in terms of Section 18 can be allowed. Both statements: A. When it is for the advancement of religion. B. When it is for the advancement of knowledge. Both the statements are correct. Question 79. What is the Section 13(1)(3) in Indian Partnership Act 1932 related to? Mutual rights and liabilities. Question 80. What are the rights after the expiry of the term of the firm? The mutual rights and duties of the partners in the reconstituted firm remain the same as they were immediately before the change. Question 81. What is the Section 22 in Indian Partnership Act 1932 related to? Mode of doing act to bind firm. Question 82. What is the Section 30 in Indian Partnership Act 1932? Minors admitted to the benefits of partnership. Question 83. A partner has authority in emergency to do all such acts for the purpose of protecting the firm from loss. True. Question 84. A firm will not be compulsorily dissolved when the partnership has various adventures and one such adventure becomes illegal. Question 85. Which of the following partners are not liable in relation to the firm? Subpartner. Question 86. What happens when interest on drawings is charged to partner? Debited to partner's capital account. Question 87. Which type of partnership have no agreement in terms of the duration of the partnership? Partnership at will. Question 88. A major amendment to Information Technology Act 2000 was made in the year 2008. Question 89. Which chapter of the Information Technology Act 2000 provides the legal recognition of electronic records? Chapter 3. Question 90. Dash means protecting information, device, equipment, computers, communication device, etc. from unauthorized access, use, disclosure, disruption, or modification. Cyber security. Question 91. The authentication to be affected by the use of asymmetric crypto system and hash function is known as digital signature. Question 92. Government of India passed Information Technology Act 2000 with objective A. To amend Indian Penal Code, Indian Evidence Act to punish the cyber crimes. B. To provide legal sanction to all transaction for e-commerce. C. To facilitate electronic filing of all documents to the government. Answer D. All of the above. Question 93. Digital signatures are based on dash key encryption. Public. Question 94. Dash is the person in whose name the digital signature certificate is issued. Subscriber. Question 95. Which among the following statements regarding Information Technology Act 2000 is not correct? It does not apply to any offence or contravention thereunder committed outside India by any person. Question 96. Power to make procedure for the purpose of ascertaining whether electronic signature is that of a person by whom it is purported to have been authenticated under the Information Technology Act 2000 lies with central government. Question 97. The data privacy rules was introduced in IT Act 2000 in the year 2011. Question 98. Compounding of contraventions under the Information Technology Act shall not apply to a person who commits the same or similar contravention dash from the date on which the first contravention committed by him was compounded within a period of 3 years. Question 99. Information Technology Act 2000 amended which among the following to make them compliant with new technologies? 1. Indian Penal Code 1860. 2. Indian Evidence Act 1872. 3rd. Bankers Book Evidence Act 1891. 4th. Reserve Bank of India Act 1934. Answer all of the above. Question 100. Digital signature is defined under the which section of IT Act 2000? Section 2.